What does it look like to visit a museum of shoes? Well, let's find out. I am in Toronto visiting the Bata Museum. The Yoruba in me keeps saying Bata, but it's Bata. So let's check out the Museum of Shoes. So I'd heard about the museum as a place to visit in Toronto, and when I walked up, I thought it was cool that the building was shaped like a shoebox. So walking in, there are lots of shoe references. Shoes, 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 everything shoes. So I paid the fee for adults, which, fun fact, it's free on Sundays. So if you ever wanted to visit this place for free, definitely go on a Sunday. Every other day of the week, it costs money. So I walked up, paid my fee, and started to explore the 4 levels of this museum. The first and the second levels were permanent exhibits, so they're always there. And then the third and the fourth levels were rotating exhibits where they have new collections and new displays ever so often. I want to say every 18 months. So I walked in, and not surprisingly, it was shoes. Old shoes, new shoes, stiletto shoes, sneakers, children's shoes, all sorts of shoes. And each one had a story. I thought it was pretty interesting how some of them were art references, some of them were historical references, some of them were personal collections of pretty incredible or notable people. Did you guys notice these shoe pads? These benches are actually shoe pads. The first time I glanced at it, I didn't notice. And then I did a second take and I was like, how cool. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a photo with this. So I set my phone to take a photo and I kept it moving. But yes, I walked up and the story behind the museum is pretty interesting. It has an original collection from Sonia Ingrid Bata. I hope I'm saying her name right. I didn't hear anybody pronounce it. So I don't know if it's Sonja or Sonia, but we're just going to go with Sonia for now. She got married to Thomas Bata. Started collecting shoes. You know, she was collecting shoes, studying the history of these shoes. And then eventually she decided that she wanted to create an endowment for a museum of shoes that was going to help people study shoes, look at shoes, appreciate shoes. And that is what has become Bata Shoe Museum. So it's a pretty interesting story. I find museums that stem from personal stories very fascinating. It's a peek into someone's life, right? And it's just so incredible how much you can collect from a person's life. But now it's not just her collection of shoes that are in the museum. There's all sorts of displays and exhibits, everything from sneaker exhibits, shoes as art, and so on and so forth. You can follow the website to learn more about the upcoming displays. They also have shoemaking workshops, which I think is pretty cool and is a really cool activity for kids, or if anybody's interested in shoemaking, this is a great place to take shoemaking classes or workshops before you delve into shoemaking. It was a pretty quick trip. I don't think I spent up to an hour and a half, and I was pretty detailed about following the stories and reading it. But at some point, there's only so many shoes you can take, I guess. But it was a very interesting museum. It was quite different. It was unique. So that's it. If you're ever in Toronto, definitely visit the Museum of Shoes. And if you want to try it out for free, then go on a Sunday. Till next time, bye.